So hello everybody, and you're welcome back here to Canning Farms. And if you're wondering, no, the audio isn't off, or I haven't been able to learn how to throw my voice, but I forgot to hit record on the audio, so I've had to redo it again. So as you can see, we're starting off here by emptying the fertiliser spreader. If it's bad enough filling it once, have to fill it twice and empty it because it got a bit damp there after one of the showers and a bit at the bottom encrusted, so have to empty it first before we get going. So what I'm going to do is throw up the drone here, and I'm going to show you whereabouts we are putting out the fertiliser and how much we're putting. So starting here with the fourth field, this is already, as you can see, got a bit of slurry, about 2,500, 3,000 gallons of slurry, and what is going out here is going to be 27, 2.5, 5 at a bag and a half, or 75 kilos per acre. Next up we have the silage ground, so this is going to get 27, 2.5, 5. Areas not cut for silage are going to get a bag to the acre, 50 kilos, and as you can see the heavy bit here in the middle that's going for silage is going to get 3 bags to the acre, and that's going to allow me to cut early in May. So this is going to get 150 kilos of 27, 2.5, 5 per acre on the silage ground. Lastly then we have the rented ground, so this is bare enough down here, needs a bit of feeding, so this is going to get 18, 6, 12, about 2 bags to the acre starting off. As you can see here, there's a nice bit of grass, nice bit of grass that we'll see later on in the video as well. So it's a few days later after putting out the fertiliser, and you can guess what happened. It's pissed rain in the meantime. So we're just going to go around and take a look maybe at how the grass is performing. I have lots of grass in areas, other places are a bit bare, but the problem is the same as everyone else. It's the underlying conditions. Like, I should really have cattle out. I should be halfway through my first grazing at this stage, but just with the way the weather's been, it's been brutal. So we'll start off here. So this is the paddock I was saying I might overseed, and I actually have cattle out on it. So I just have, there's 8 Frisian heifers there, and the Dexter cow and calf, so they're out there. So out here, so you can see here, I have maybe a crop of silage on this, you know. Again, just haven't been able to get out and graze it the way I want to, so I don't really know what to do, whether to leave this and cut it for silage or what. But like, if you're doing a grass walk, like, the grass is up to my knees in places, like so, and that sort of continues on all the way over this silage ground. Bit in the middle I'm definitely won't cut. This is where I put the hen manure last year, and just the only reason why I wouldn't really cut it for silage is just if I can find a patch here with it. Sort of the muck here, you'll see here, look, the muck with the dung spreader, there's still a bit underneath it, like, so I just don't really want to bring that in. Maybe cut it a bit higher, maybe might be the way to go, but or strip graze this. But we'll go over to the other places now and have a look at that. Basically we're going from lots of grass here, bit of grass coming there, and then on the rented ground then very bad grass. But okay, so next up we are in the fourth field, which is basically this is my basically grazing platform now. So we were over there just behind them trees, but that's, so that whole section over there, massive grass. Over here then a bit lighter, older grass, is not reseeded, sort of more of what I'd expect for this time of year. Probably just about over ankle high, but it'd be good, you know, there'd be a good amount of grass here actually, like, you know, it grows a lot of tonnage of grass. Plan with this year obviously is, like I keep saying, try and get a bit of spraying done on it, and we will try and get maybe a bit of overseeding done on it as well, just to freshen it up. Hasn't been done since I started farming, and definitely wasn't done before I took over, so that needs to be done. But it's coming. If we got a bit of heat, this thing would take off, but up there isn't allowing us to do what we want. I tell you, there's a lot of people in serious trouble at the minute. Like, price of fodder's gone through the roof, people are running out of it, tanks are full.
it kind of was a spring there that it was so bad since last June that there was no sort of, well, as I put it, there was no mad flooding. Like usually this time of year, usually that field there be flooded, but it's not a thing of where it's flooded and went away. It's just constantly wet and it's constantly raining, and you can't really do anything. Like even there, we have a digger in the yard there doing bits and pieces and taking down that forest and stuff, but sure, I can't get him into the fields. I need to drive straining post, or even if I want to come in with the tractor and drive them with that, like we can't do that. So like, you know, there's a good bit of fencing to do here, just maintenance, like, you know, fix up what's broken stuff, but just can't get out to do it. So, and I'm okay, I'm lucky enough in that I'm not milking or anything, or I'm not in any mad rush to get stuff out. Like, you know, I'm another week or two before stuff is going out, but usually by now, like I said earlier on, like you'd have 2 weeks at least of grazing, if not a month of grazing. Usually I let out cattle at the end of February, I have my slurry out in January, fertiliser out early March, and we're ready to go. Got the fertiliser out, but sure, was it washed away? I don't know. I don't think it was. I think I got enough of a day in it that there was not a big massive bit of heavy rain, but still, it's just, Jesus, like, you know, could be in a lot worse situation here now, so I'm awful lucky. And the thing is, I've lots of grass over there, like I've loads of grass over there, just trying to get out on it, like. So, right, we'll go down to the last bit, the rented ground, and we'll have a look at the grass down there. Okay, next up we are on the bit of rented ground. As again, you can see older grasses, a bit of a mat on it, silage ground up there, fork field there, and basically down here, the last bit down along the bend in the river, down the very bottom, very bare. That's a big candidate there for overseeding. Middle section here then, that is okay, grows a good bit of grass, bit of just TLC, and that'll be alright. This bit here we're standing in, that I said is matted grass, although it's old grass and matted, it actually stands up. Because of that, it actually stands up a bit to the wetter weather here we're having. So this is probably the first candidate that I'm going into with the paddocks. Because that bit of a butt is on it, it actually doesn't poach as much as, say, the grass up there that's reseeded. That's all leaf. I know it's a bit daftness for the quality of grass you're getting, but as regards actually getting out, these three sections here, so there's 1, 2, 3, they'll be definitely the first candidates to go out. So that's it for today. Quick video just on the fertiliser and how the grass situation is going out. We have the first of the cattle out, and they're going to stay out. Plan for this year is about 100 cattle coming in, breaking them up into groups of 35, and then we have another group then of them 10 up there, say, or 8 or 9 up there. They'll be run separate. They're getting AI'd, other ones getting bulls. We'll talk a bit more about that when it comes on. And yeah, so basically running about 110, 120 heifers this year. We'll talk a bit more about the change that's happening and what's coming in and going out and when it happens. But yeah, that's the plan. Bit of spraying to be done over there in that corner as well this year, if I can get it done. Probably won't, but aiming to get sort of bit of the rushes. They were topped off and they're doing all right, but just want to spray them, give them a shot if I can. Depends on how tight we are in the grazing. Don't want, if I have time, just to leave it there for the few days. And yeah, that's it. So we leave it at that for today. It's going to piss rain again, shocker. And yeah, shall we see you in the next one?